Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rise or Die podcast. This is yours truly, Stephen M. Lowisz, for episode 79, Rip the Band-Aid Off. So over the last few days, I'm a very transparent person. Over the last few days, I've gone half a step backwards across body, being, balance, and business. Maybe not so much being, but body, balance, and business. Everything's kind of taken half a step or a step back as opposed to moving forward. And I mean, shit happens. We all go through this from time to time. Things move back and then we launch forward, right? Here's the thing that I realized as I was doing the stack this morning. And if you don't know what the stack is, it's essentially a document that I do every single morning that takes a shitty situation, turns it into a good one. It's created by Garrett J. White of Wake Up Warrior, which I am affiliated with. Now, as I was going through this stack, I realized something key. Across body, I've been making small changes so that I could get in shape. And it's funny because I've actually gone backwards. In marriage, I've been trying to make some small changes, and they haven't been working. So my marriage has taken half a step backwards. And in business, well, things aren't going as great as they were last week. I certainly wouldn't say I took a whole step back, but, I'm feeling the stress and the pressure. So I'm sitting here wondering, what the hell do I do? I keep trying to improve every day. I keep trying to hit singles daily, but it's just not doing anything, right? And the stress and the pressure mounts up big time. I mean, any entrepreneur, any business owner or executive in general understands what I'm talking about. The pressure to not just show up for your family, but also show up work and be an all-star player, then go home and show up for your family again at night. It's crazy. By the way, we have to keep our health and our faith in God in check. It's really freaking hard. That's the understatement of the day. What I got out of the stack this morning, my revelation, if you will, was that sometimes you just need to rip the Band-Aid fucking off. You just need, in fact, incremental changes are sometimes the worst kind that you can make. And it sounds counterintuitive, right? Because we're taught that everything should be improving, and even I'm all about improving daily, hitting singles. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes change won't actually happen. It won't stick. We won't see results that we desire until we rip the Band-Aid off. Are you 50 pounds overweight, but you haven't admitted it yet? Rip the Band-Aid off, admit it, and now let's make some big changes. I'm in a whole lot of debt because I spent it on a course, a program that would change my life and save my marriage. But at the end of the day, I'm $100K in debt, and I have to rip that fucking Band-Aid off. And instead of trying to slowly chip away at it, I need to do that as well. But in addition to slowly chipping away at it, I need to make some big changes on the financial front. Amex wants their money back. I don't blame them. I'd love to pay them. And I am slowly. But I need to rip the Band-Aid off, and I need to make some big changes. Big changes could mean a lot of different things. It could mean that you start cold turkey on a brand new diet. You give up sugar cold turkey. It could mean that you sell your home. It could mean that you quit your job. It could mean that you and your wife move. I don't know. Maybe you splurge and you take your wife on the first vacation that you've been on in years. But if you're like me, every so often you get stuck in a rut that you just can't seem to break. And I get it. I get it. That's where I'm at right now. So I'm not throwing anyone under the bus but myself. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Commit to change. Commit to results. Don't commit to effort. Effort is this notion that if we work hard enough, things are going to happen. That's not true. That's just simply not true. Success across body, being, balance, and business does take a lot of hard work. That is a non-negotiable. That is a fact. But effort in and of itself doesn't mean jack shit. So, across body, being, balance, and business, where do you need to rip the Band-Aid off? Where have you been trying to make some changes here or there? But really, it comes down to staying in your comfort zone, right? Like, we all want to be comfortable. We don't want to make big changes. That's scary. But it's 100% necessary. It is 100% necessary to get to where we want to go. So across body, being, balance, and business, where do you need to rip the Band-Aid off? What is one big action, one big change that you need to make in the next 48 hours, or decision that you need to make in the next 48 hours that you'll be fully committed to, so that you can start to move towards where you need to and want to go? That's what I'll leave you with today for episode 79. As always, send me an email, steven@invictus.co, INVICTOUS. If you have any questions, feedback, comments, I love to hear it all. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't really matter. In addition, subscribe at riseordiepodcast.com to some of our exclusive content. And lastly, share this podcast with someone that you want more for out of their life, someone that needs a little kick in the ass every day, just like you get from me. In the meantime, I'll talk to you tomorrow for episode 80.